Hi everybody, Philip at Trader Bill's. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous weekend this weekend, so we're going to do a fishing report today. Let's start off on lake levels because that's key to a lot of this. Lake Hamilton and Lake Catherine are filling. By this weekend, they will be at full pool. Right now, Hamilton's down about 2 feet, but it won't be long before it will be full pool. DeGray is at 405, so it's 3 feet low right now. Washita is at full pool. All the lakes in western Arkansas, Gillum, Dirks, and DeQueen, great lakes to start the year off of this time of year. They don't get near as much pressure. Those lakes are all at full pool right now, so it's perfect to go west if you want to get away from the public. That's where I'm going this weekend. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, Lake Grayson. Lake Grayson not only has a big tournament on this weekend going out of Swaha where Team Bass is on it, there's also a high school tournament on the other end at Self Creek. So it's going to get a lot of pressure this weekend. Grayson right now is 3.5 feet below full pool. It has really dropped in the last week. It is falling. Something you need to think about whenever you're fishing out on Grayson this weekend, and I'm basically speaking to the high school kids because I've got a lot of messages from the high school kids asking, what are we going to do this weekend? Lake Grayson is a great crankbait lake, full of rocks. You're going to catch a lot of fish throwing a crankbait on Grayson this weekend. The problem is you're going to have 5 fish that's going to weigh about 8 pounds, if you're lucky. In order to catch better quality fish, you got to do some other tricks. So we're going to start right here at the beginning of it. And if you'll notice, I've got, these are all three the same Spro. These are Strike King XD3s. These are Curve 55s by 6 cents. And these are the notorious DT Rapala crankbaits that are some of our best sellers. These are all red crawfish patterns. You can buy a red crawfish pattern in any brand you want. You can get a spring craw with chartreuse with a brown back in any brand you want. And you can get a khaki side or white bellied one with a brown back. So if you're on Grayson and you're fishing down a creek and you notice the water is very clear, obviously you want to be throwing the ones with a little bit more white on the belly, not as bright, not as colorful. When you get in off-colored water, switch to chartreuse. And when you get into muddy water, switch to red. But it's the same crankbait, just a little bit of change in color. Grayson loves this depth running crankbait, somewhere around 7 to 10 foot medium-sized crankbait. Something else you can also try a Grayson trick. Grayson has been the hottest spinnerbait lake in the history of the state of Arkansas, short of maybe Dardanelle, for years and years. We handle, of course, the Booyah new covert spinnerbaits, but again, if you're in muddy water, we stock color blades. We also stock Stanley's muddy water color blades, and the new VibraShaft Extreme that's really a great spinnerbait. Of course, War Eagle has been our best seller for years. But don't forget colored blades when you get back into muddy water. Rattle traps in the backs of creeks. Really think you're going to be able to catch some rattle trap fish this weekend. Got a big selection of different types of rattle traps. And the last thing I want to talk about when you're fishing on Grayson is the guts of pockets. That's where the better quality fish are going to be. They're staging. They're not in the backs in knee-deep water yet. We all want that. Not quite time yet. Water temperature is not quite 60 yet. But swimming a jig, throwing a swimming jig like a structure bug with a kicking type trailer on it down the guts of these pockets from 5 to 10 feet of water. That's how you're going to catch better quality fish. That's where you're going to win your tournament doing. You can also throw an Alabama rig down the guts of those pockets. That's what I think you need to do in order to catch a better stringer on Grayson this weekend. Good luck, guys. Hope everybody catches a lot of fish.